Hi and welcome to this pick a card reading called Spirit Message Inner Growth. And don't worry, this video will be timestamped so you can skip straight to the part of the video with the cards that feels right for you to choose. First, I'm going to introduce the cards. We have a tarot deck, Angel Tarot, that's with the cards in front here, and we have an Inner Growth Oracle in the back. It's a Danish set. It's in Danish. It's called Indre Vokseværk, but translated as Inner Growth. And yes, it just felt right to once more do a pick a card reading for you. So I hope there's something in it that you can use. And of course, it will be timestamped, and you can find the timestamps both in descriptions and in the first comment below this video. So I think there's anything. Yeah. And as usually, especially when you do pick a card with me, it's important to see, okay, where do I feel drawn? Maybe you feel drawn to more than one pair of cards. And then if that's the case, then the pair of cards you feel drawn to the most, I recommend that you watch that as the first one. So yeah, so this we have here cards, pair card number 1 and card pair number 2 and number 3, and over here to the right we have number 4. So I think that's it, and I will see you in the readings, and it would be very nice if you write below the video here, which if you like, of course, send me a heart or a little comment, or maybe just writing which pair of cards, which card you felt drawn to. That will be very nice, and it will also help the YouTube algorithm. So in this way you support me and my channel by just such a little thing. So I would appreciate that very much. And of course I will also excuse that the video is a bit dark. I have 2 lamps on today in my living room and in the hallway. But it's very gray outside, and it should have been light now, but yeah, it's very gray. It's medium gray all over. So that's how it is. So catch you in the readings, and choose what feels right. Welcome to those of you who chose the first couple of cards. Here on the left we have the magic of imagination, the magic of seeing things, you know, the magic of imagination. And we have 3 of fire on the right side, and these 2 cards work very well together. I'm going to see what this is. I'm going to translate what it says. It says, what you can imagine you can make into reality. So once more, what you can imagine you can make into reality. Oh, sorry. And it works very well with this 3 of fire card, because as you can see, the girl here and her friendly dragon friend is sitting there in the beginning of a new path, a new area in life, where they are sitting there and looking upon it and maybe thinking, oh wow, this is going to be so exciting. Oh wow, it's difficult to see where the road is, where the path is, but now we just sit here a little while, and then we will take the first steps, and then the path will show itself along the way. So about creating your own path, about stepping into your own creative path of life, so to speak, where you create your own life, and where you create the road you walk, the path you walk. You are choosing it. And with this card, the magic of imagination, it tells that what you see in front of you is what is where you take the next steps. So if you imagine the path goes to the right, then the path will go to right. If you imagine when you step into your path and you see for yourself, this will lead to a place where I feel joy, this will lead to a place where I can feel secure and happy and enjoy my life with my loved ones, or whatever it is you step into. But it's important that you use this emotion part of it. So, because the emotions are energy, and energy, what you send out of energy is what comes back to you, is what you draw towards you. So if you send out things about, oh, I'm nervous about this new path I cannot see, then it would be difficult for you to see why you are walking it, probably, and what's happening next, and you can have the tendency to get even more nervous. But it's very human to fall into that sort of trap and mind patterns. But the advice here is, okay, I can see this. I can see a life where I feel happy. I can see a life where I feel joy. Maybe not how, and how to get there, or how exactly it will look like or be like, but I know the feeling. I remember how it is. I know how it feels to feel joy. I know how it feels to feel happiness. I know how it feels to feel secure. And then be in that emotion and send that out. That is the magic of both imagination and the energy, and you can work it to help yourself create that path, so it will be a joyous adventure. Um, so it'll be a joyous adventure, stepping into this new area of life with lots, either few or more new things for you to experience and get into. Get into your life's adventure in a way where you feel, yes, this this is this is me, this is why I am here. Okay, so again, what you can imagine, you can make into reality. What you can imagine, you can make into reality. And you do that by taking the first steps, by and trusting that when you send this intention out about feeling joy and happiness, secureness, or whatever it is, the feeling that lies beyond, and being in that emotion as much as possible while you take these steps, then it's very likely that it will support you extra, and it will give you what you are asking for, and maybe even more. So yes, so that's the first couple of cards, and I hope you can use this advice. I hope it gives you inspiration. And of course, as always with my card readings, if you see something in either or both of the cards that speaks to you extra, or in another way, that is also the message for you. So this was it for the first pair of cards, and catch you in another reading. Bye for now. Take care and live from your heart. Hi, and welcome to those of you who chose the second pair of cards, pair of card number 2, pair number 2. And here we have the universe's embrace of the universe, and we have 6 of fire here on the right. An embrace of the universe is saying, think if what you are most afraid of is what can move you the furthest. It is time to trust. Trust that you will be catched if you fall. And with the 6 of fire, that is one of the ultimate victory cards, so to speak, one of the best cards for succeeding in what you're setting out to do. one of the best cards to, yeah, in this case, if you have something you're nervous of, to sort of conquer that nervousness, to move through it, to learn from it, to let go of it, release it, and find out where does it come from, and use and change that energy to something for you to grow from. So as the card says, the universe embrace a saying that the things that you're most afraid of, that is what can bring you the furthest. That's of course not in the sense that while you're sitting there being nervous or afraid or feeling some kind of anxiety, that's how much it shows itself. That's of course not in that situation while you're feeling like that can bring you the furthest. But by acknowledging it and looking, seeing beyond it, daring to dive into it. And of course you dare to dive into it with the Six of Fire, because the Six of Fire assure you that this will be a good outcome. This will have an outcome that is good for you and that will help you move further and feel good about yourself, and also in ways where others, people most likely can see a change for the better, so to speak. So these two cards work very well together, inviting you, where Spirit says to you, yeah, you might feel a little nervous about this. There might be this thing you're fearing about, how to do things or what to do next, or how to being in a certain situations, or all the what ifs. And then the Six of Spirit is saying to you through the Six of Fire and through the Universal Embrace card that there's no need for you to be worried. It's okay for you to go below the surface of that emotion, of what you're feeling, and saying, okay, and ask yourself, what can I do about it? And then just do it. Just take those steps. Just, say, okay, I am, the universe has my back, Spirit has my back. So in case I should fall, and it's most likely that you're not falling because you have the Six of Fire. But anyway, just in case you still have this little bit of nervousness about, really, maybe other people, but I can't, and all that, our minds and egos um, and reptile brain with the fight or flight response sometimes, and things feels insecure, and former experiences makes us in a position where it can be difficult to say this was then and now is now, and this is now, that was the past and now is now, and it's a different time, and I have some other experiences, I have some other tools in my toolbox, and all that stuff. Then just in case there should be just a little bit of doubt, then know that Spirit has your back. The universe and its embrace will catch you, so you will not fall. You will more likely see a layer deeper down that you can grow even more from, that can take you even further in the understanding of your inner workings. And by understanding your inner workings, you can take them and you can use that knowledge to shift energies, to shift your mind patterns, to shift your reactions into actions that works for you, instead of sort of sometimes maybe feeling tripping you up, like putting working against you. And with the Six of Fire, you are assured that you will succeed in this endeavor. Okay? So imagine and think that things that you are nervous of and afraid of are the things that can bring you the further when you step into it and see where does it come from, and transform it into something that gives you knowledge, wisdom, and more capability to handle whatever comes along, and you will be successful. Spirit sends you this card of 6 of fire to say you will be successful in this endeavor. And just in case you trips a little bit along the way, I am here to catch you. I am here to help you up and moving on further with inspiration, with support, or whatever you need. So I hope this helped, and I hope you can use this message. And as always, take care, live from your heart, and catch you in another reading. Bye for now. Hi, and welcome back to those of you who chose the third pair of cards, the third couple of cards, card number 3. And we have here the brave unfolding, saying life unfolds you. Let me see what it's saying. Can't see if it's a little bit. Yeah. Large. Life unfolds, and life, not unfolds, but the opposite. What's the word for that? Life gets smaller. I will translate it another way, not direct, but this makes more sense. Life gets smaller, and life gets bigger depending on how your courage is. So it means that if you feel that you do not have much courage here, then life feels smaller. Then life can feel smaller for you. And if you have courage to take steps, to be curious, to step out into life, meet new people, think about things in other ways, then life will be bigger. That's what this brave expansion, brave unfoldment means. And we have the unity card on the other side, and that's very much about, on one hand, it's also a duality card. On one hand, about things being as you know them, and seeking out, and just being with like-minded people, and feeling secure in that, and that can be fine also, of course. But it's also the other side, where you expand yourself by by you being the ones that tells about other people, about how you see things, and how you what to say, how, so you sort of the teacher, and you still are finding like-minded people of curiosity, that want to explore some of the same parts of life as you maybe, and so you can grow together and support each other in exploring and unfolding your life. So you help both making your own life feel bigger, but also making each other's lives feel bigger and be bigger, not just feeling like it's bigger, but that it really grows and expands by knowing each other, by giving each other inspiration and input. And you have this sort of community together, this sort of feeling of unity, as the card is saying, well, yes, we have this in common. But it's not in common that, yes, this is the right way. It's not, the way that makes your life smaller. If it can be, that's sort of the dark side of the back side of the medal, where if we, well, this is I'm where I am, and I don't really want to go other places, and I find people and situations that confirms me in that. That's sort of the back side of this medal. That's the back side of this. The front side and the upside of this is when you find people where you feel they are curious about life, maybe, in areas of like you are, or you have this curiosity about I don't know, exploring new endeavors, travel places, going into some certain areas of philosophy or whatever it is, things that can be a good idea that you can do by yourself, and it will of course also give you something. But when you exchange with others that also have this sort of curiosity, maybe in same areas, maybe in similar areas, so you can exchange knowledge, you can support each other in your endeavor on what's the word, of growing and expanding and gathering knowledge, gathering wisdom, and becoming a more whole you this way, that you can help each other this way. So these two cards are inviting you to instead of staying within your own comfort zone and say, oh, this is nice, and I know what I have, not what I get and stuff, then ask yourself, is there something I'm curious about? Is there something I've dreamt about? Or this over here feels interesting? And then take steps, encounter it, invite yourself into it, take steps to it, borrow books about it, find things on the internet about it, join groups about it, seek out something out in nature, go out in nature and, get that, for instance, with other people that have the same kind of interest, and get that things going, so you feel that this is my community, this is my people. I learn from them and I teach them, because it's an interaction, and we grow both as individuals but also as a group and together. So I hope this makes sense. And of course, as always, if you see something else is one or both of the cards, then that is also for you, besides this message Spirit and the cards brought for you in this card 3 pair 3 of cards. So all that's left for me now to say is take care and live from your heart. See you in another reading. Bye for now. Hi, and welcome to those of you who chose the cards out to the right, cards number 4, pair of cards number 4. And you have gotten these two cards. You have got the what's the word, the courage of moving forward, and it says, the courage of moving forward, it says, sometimes fear does not pass on its own, and you must do what you must do. So, and that's even if you might be afraid or scared, or downright like, whoa, this is too much. And 9 of air is also saying that by being in that, you might be in a situation where you are expecting the worst. So in your mind you are very much likely creating a situation and blowing up a situation to be way bigger and way more fearful and scary and than it is in reality. Not that it's not something that you can say, okay, this is big, and I'm not quite sure if I have the courage and guts to do this. And this is why this card is here, that is saying, okay, sometimes keep having that feeling, maybe because you don't know how to get out of it, but it's in your brain. And when you are in this kind of emotions and are fearing the worst and saying, oh, this is just going to be bad, then it's most likely to go worse than it has to do. Okay, so it's really important that you follow this advice. This card and Spirit is saying to you, okay, you have this fear, you have this anxiety, there is something you are afraid to do or not to do or change or whatever it is, or look at within yourself, or take action on out in the world, or changing something in yourself, that there's a place in you. Oh, then what will happen? All this what ifs, and this is way too bad. What if some, it can be anything that holds you back, that nurture that nerves, that nurture that fear, and it's happening in your mind. The unicorn is the 9 of air, and the unicorn, it's in your mind. But it's possible to rest because there is no real physical fear out there. Most of it, most times, it will be something that you have put up yourself, that can come there from earlier experiences, or a disposition, or yeah, it can be like anything that has put it there. So but the important thing is that it's important to have that courage, to have that that will to dare and move forward, the courage of moving forward. Because when it doesn't pass on its own, you can say, oh well, I'll just wait and it will pass, and it just doesn't pass on its own. It doesn't just blow over or disappear or gets enough smaller, then it's important that you do something yourself, that you take action yourself. So if it's something that that's important to change, then even though you feel, oh, what's going to happen when I do this, then Spirit is saying, you just do it, and you do it. I know this just is, well, it's a bit, it's maybe not the right word, but it's what feels right to say at the moment. So then you just take some action. You take steps into changing what you know is important to be changed. You take steps towards doing what you know. Yes, this can feel, I'm a bit nervous here, or more, most likely with these two cards together, but I will do it anyway. And having that courage will be rewarded. It will be rewarded big time. First of all, you will see, oh, this was not that scary at all. This is peaceful surroundings, and well, it's probably just in my mind. It's probably in my mind, but yeah, it's there, and and now I can feel it coming back, or showing itself a little bit. But I will take the next steps towards these changes of finding out what's important to find out, or doing what this is important for me to do, to not stand too much still, to not be stagnant in my life. Then it's important that I do this. It can be reach out for help. If you know this is not something that you can do by yourself, then the step is to reach out for help, to ask for help. So no matter what area it is in your life, whether it's for other people looks like a small thing or big thing, the important thing is that for you it feels that it's something that is holding you back because you are afraid or scared or nervous, or maybe even some anxiety. And that can bite itself in its tail and feed on itself and grow bigger, because we have the 9 of air, so it's in your head. It's your mind and your brain and your ego that makes it look scary, that makes it look more scary, more big and dangerous than it is. It probably is not dangerous at all. Yes, it can feel scary and you can be nervous. And that is why this card is saying the courage of moving forward. Asking for help, reaching out, taking those first steps to change, to find out toward what it is, to do these things, whatever it is, and you will be rewarded. We have a full moon here lighting it up, so you will see how things really are, and you will acknowledge, okay, it's just me, and that can be real enough, but there is reality no real danger around. And if there is, you say he's on the, if there's something that can be a bit dangerous, then by stepping towards it, by reaching out, asking for help if that's what's needed, you will see the contours more. You will see where it's important to course correct and where it's safe to move forward in the way you are planning to, you know. So these two cards are also saying, okay, you might be afraid, you might be nervous, you probably are if you pick this for something, for doing something or changing something or taking a look at something, or taking some steps towards change of any kind, a new job, new thing. It can be anything, any area of life. But remember, you will be rewarded for taking those steps, because reaching out, asking for help, taking that first step, that will make you see, whoa, it's not that dangerous. Whew, I did it, and you can pat yourself on your back and say, whew, now I can relax. Now I can relax. And when you relax more, the more you relax, the more you can see, okay, now I can do this next. Now I can take the next step. Now I can invite in this kind of help, and it doesn't really feel that scary anymore, because it's way more scary to be stuck where I am, to not doing it. But the important thing is here to do things, do something actively, reach out, ask, act, do something, and you will see that the main part, probably most of it, probably all of it, was in your head. And it was your head and your mindset holding you back, and that you are stepping out of that, from taking that courage to daring to take that first step, to ask for help, to reach out, or just do it, and taking that step in whatever area of your life it might be. So that was quite a bit, but you can do it. This deck over here, it's not from a deck, it's from a deck called Inner Growth, and it's for a reason. It's that all the cards are supporting you in growing from the inside out, to growing yourself, to daring things, to doing things that you might be afraid of, to letting that fear go by taking these steps and see, whoa, it was my mind that held me back. It was my fear what might happen, maybe, that was holding me back. And you know what? When I took those steps, it didn't happen. Okay? And if it did, it was not as bad as I feared or as I thought. And that's the case in far the most cases. I haven't heard of any cases where it's not. But again, never said never, as I say. I think that was it for these two cards here. And I'm wishing you all the best. And take care and live from your heart. It will also guide you on the right way. Bye for now. Catch you in another reading. Take care.